And let's start with our top focus story this Saturday morning, how Khalistani threat continues to loom large. Indian High Commissioner to United Kingdom in the latest was stopped in Scotland by Khalistani radicals. So this is a security breach incident while the Indian High Commissioner was entering a Gurudwara. So upon his entry to the Gurudwara, a security breach that was witnessed, Indian High Commissioner to the United Kingdom stopped in Scotland while he was trying to enter the Gurudwara. He was planning to enter the Gurudwara to offer prayers at the Gurudwara, and he was stopped by the Khalistani radicals. So an intervention by Khalistani extremists, Khalistani elements, and once again, as India has been pointing out and showing concerns, several concerns of growing Khalistani extremism, not just in Canada, in countries like Australia and the United Kingdom as well. Yet another concerning update that is coming in from the United Kingdom. The Indian High Commissioner to UK stopped in Scotland by Khalistani radicals. Now remember, as far as the Indian position is concerned, in the latest we've also heard it from the External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar, who made it very clear, in fact openly spoke about the threats that several diplomats, envoys of India who are stationed in countries like Canada continue to face these threats. In the latest, he did express concerns about the same, mincing no words. He did say that our diplomats continue to face these kind of threats from Khalistani extremists, from terrorists on foreign soil, and that's exactly what's playing out this time around, though, in the United Kingdom. Amid strained ties with Canada, diplomatic ties with Canada, this is yet another concerning update coming in from the United Kingdom this time around, despite Rishi Sunak's reassurances on how the country is all set to tackle these kind of extremist forces. Rishabh is joining us with more details. All right, Priyank is with us on the broadcast for the moment. Priyank, the Indian High Commissioner to the United Kingdom stopped upon his entry to the Gurudwara by Khalistani radicals. What more details do we have?
Yeah, certainly. These Khalistani radicals are certainly trying to, show their real side by even performing these kind of things at religious places, which is a very worrying thing. Recently, what we have got to know that Indian ambassador to the UK, Mr. Vikram Doraiswamy, was refused to enter the Glasgow Gurdwara and in the UK, and he was in the official capacity. He did not go there just for his personal visit, where the protest could have happened. But in this manner, Indian High Commissioner to UK being spotted in Scotland by the radicals is a very, very serious concern, because the kind of propaganda which they have started to, propagate in the religious places, in the places of worship, is a very serious concern. Two ideologies can be given to their side, and people can talk about their country and all, and what kind of propaganda machinery they have. But doing this at religious and worship places, that too with such a senior rank officer of the UK, is very serious concern for the Indian agency. Certainly, this will be raised before the concerned government, because this is certainly a security breach where the Indian High Commissioner has been, stopped by the group of radicals.
Absolutely. What about the Gurudwara committee? I mean, have we been able to monitor the situation on ground there? Priyank, on what really was the Gurudwara committee's response? How is it that, these kind of radical elements were allowed to stop an Indian official holding that kind of a position?
See, Amitabh, this issue will be raised certainly before Gurdwara management committees. But in this kind of situation, when there is mob mentality, certainly those people who are not the law enforcement agency would prefer to keep them silent, because they don't want any kind of law and order situation to happen in the premises where they are in the authority of. Certainly, there could be few people who could have taken the advantage of doing this at a worship place. But over the period of time, this kind of turn of events coming out is a very serious concern for the agency, and certainly it will be raised before the competent authority.
Yeah, in the past, we've seen these kind of concerning updates coming in from the United Kingdom as well. How pro-Khalistani elements protested outside the Indian High Commission, targeting some of the Indian diplomats in the United Kingdom. We have Mr. RSN Singh joining us on the phone line. Mr. Singh, how do you view this? This one coming in from the United Kingdom, the Indian High Commissioner there in the United Kingdom was stopped in Scotland by Khalistani radicals. He was trying to enter a Gurudwara is when this happened, we're being told.
these Khalistanis have turned Gurudwaras in the West as political weapons, into political weapons. And, well, this is happening in Britain. How many times we have approached these authorities in Britain, Australia, Canada, and the United States, to take action against these, Khalistanis who are a security menace, actually. And they have not taken any action. So the Five Eyes that, that was being touted, an arrangement for intelligence cooperation between the 5 countries that I named, Canada, US, UK, New Zealand, Australia. It does not just stop at sharing intelligence. Remember, this is on purpose, and I dare say this. Because
but then, Mr. Singh, you have the likes of Rishi Sunak, the Prime Minister, allay fear over Khalistani extremism. He has, out in the open, said that it's not going to be allowed in the United Kingdom.
See, I'll tell you, in many countries, the deep state is actually, is more powerful than the, Prime Minister. Especially when, politics is unstable, or when governments are transient. The deep state, like your neighbor Pakistan,
yes,
it is the deep state which runs the country, irrespective of the fact who is the prime minister.
Absolutely. So, and one sitting here in India can only hope, sir, that this doesn't stop at mere lip service. Many thanks for that, Mr. Arasan Singh. Let's quickly put this entire sequence of events in perspective and play out that video clip.
ਇੱਥੇ ਜੀ ਲੰਗਰ ਪਾਣੀ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਚੱਕ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਚਾਹ ਪਾਣੀ ਦਾ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਕਰਨਾ ਉਹਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ
ਹਾਂ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ
ਯੂ ਬੀਇੰਗ ਰਿਕਾਰਡਡ ਬਾਈ ਦ ਵੇ
ਚੰਗੀ ਸਿੰਘ ਸੱਜਣ ਲਾਲਾ ਨਿਸ਼ਾਨ ਭੱਜਣ ਪਠਾਨ ਜੈਸੇ ਗੱਜਣ ਮਹਾਨ ਪਹਿਲਵਾਨ ਕੇ ਅੜਾਕੇ ਰੋਡੇ ਭੱਜਣ ਤੜਾਕ ਤੀਰ ਤੱਜਣ ਕੜਾਕ ਕੜਾਕ ਬਾਣ ਵੱਜਣ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਜਵਾਨ ਕੇ
What's the ambassador, right? Yeah, I think it's best if you go.
Indian High Commissioner.
So that's what's happening in this particular video, doing the rounds on social media. Indian High Commissioner to UK being stopped by certain Khalistani radicals while he was trying to enter the Gurudwara there in Scotland. Let's quickly